Hi, I'm Devin Kress with NETGEAR AV. I, for NETGEAR, really handle all of our manufacturer relationships. So we're very happy to be on the Unilumin stage to go over some of our new solutions specific to the broadcast market. You know, the broadcast side of things is sometimes a chaotic environment. It's mixed and matched with various different solutions that are out there. Some of them are 2110, some of them are NDI. NETGEAR is really the glue in the middle. It's a network switch that's really built to support all of those various different protocols that are out there. Some of the protocols that we're supporting and being able to use our switches to intermix with are, of course, SMPTE 2110. This is new for NETGEAR, so we've really just entered this market with some very capable 2110 switches that we'll review a little bit later. While that is, a de facto standard, there's also many more that are supported out there that we see mixed with all the technologies and some that we see on the stages here. IPMX, NDI, Dante, SRT, Zixi. These are all protocols that are supported by the NETGEAR switches. We really want to be able to support the complete solution across our entire line. There's a lot of different things that these various different standards support. The synchronization of 2110, NDI and its very capable solutions with PTZ cameras. The overall theme is that NETGEAR really is in the middle of all this to support that. It started a number of years ago when a lot of people came to us and talked about what was needed in this AV industry. And they really wanted us to simplify the configuration of the switches. Most recently, we've got into doing 2110 with synchronized time protocol on it. We have a number of switches that are out there that have a built-in Grandmaster clock, boundary clocks, transparent clocks, all important to the proper video that you see on stage here. We've really gone through and partnered with a lot of different devices and manufacturers. As we look around this stage, all the lighting is done over PoE NETGEAR switches. So ICANN is one of our partners that does all of the lighting that lights up all these studios that we see. The M4350 series switch is the newest switch from NETGEAR. This consists of 11 switches, some of which are doing 2110, but they're the highest bandwidth switches that we've done. And as you do so many things on these virtual sets, higher bandwidth in SMPTE 2110 is needed. We have two switches that are really pushing forward with the SMPTE 2110. The 4250 series supports really NDI protocols. The 4350 series is supporting those higher bandwidth requirements that NETGEAR is now doing. We have a number of different switches. Some of the things that were really pushed forward were the need for a switch that also supports a lot of PoE budget. So for the ICANN lights that you see here, these are actually being supported over 90 watts of PoE++ power. So that's a heck of a lot of power to be able to support all these devices that are out there. We have two SMPTE 2110 switches. Those are being used in this event at the Unilumin stage currently. The M4300 VSM 4220C. This is 16 ports of 25 gigs, so huge throughput for video. And also has 400 gig of uplink on it. So this is non-blocking, this is non-compressed video that we're looking at. We also have a version that has 40 ports of 10 gig with a Grandmaster clock built in. This also has 400 gig of uplink on it. So NETGEAR is really entering this space to support all these manufacturers that we see out there that are being used on the stage here. All the processing behind the screens is done by a company, Megapixel. That's all done over NETGEAR switches. So this world, this environment, is all moving over a network side. We look at why are we so popular in this particular space, and it really comes from our partnerships. Partnerships with Unilumin, partnerships with many of the people that are around here today. We have over 280 interop partners. And with that, we've really created an ecosystem and simplicity to working with our switches. A lot of this is done with profiles that are built for each of these individuals. So we aim to really simplify the configuration of these switches. It was one of the #1 things that came out, that switches are complicated. Our team doesn't understand command line interface. How could we simplify this? And it really came down to profiles with the switches. One of the newer ones is SMPTE 2110. This is a profile that's built specifically for the protocols, but of course we have NDI, Dante, all of the common protocols that are out there. The nice part is that the interop will allow you to work on the same switch between 2110, Dante, or whatever protocols that you're working on. There's a number of just different use cases that we can see around, the switches. One is that you want to be able to see all these switches in the entire environment. So we've created control platforms to be able to do that. This is an example of NETGEAR Engage. So it's not one switch, it's not two switches, it's a complete ecosystem of switches that you need to be able to control. NETGEAR Engage allows you to do that. These switches is common use cases, for video in 2110. Our VSM switch, which has 25 gigs of throughput, will allow any video devices from various manufacturers to be connected to it. We also do a lot of audio and intercom systems that are out there. So with that, if you were doing a Riddell intercom system that we see quite often, these 2110 switches will be able to support that. In this chaotic environment, NETGEAR's #1 goal is to simplify the deployments of all these systems that are out there. We're really happy to be the interop partner for Unilumin, ICANN, and so many companies that are out there. Another important thing that we're really doing for this industry and this environment is dedicating resources so that you have the support, the service from people that understand AV. So NETGEAR created a team of sales engineers, and the email address is below, ProAV Design, where if you have any pre-sales, post-sales, you're on site and you need assistance from the NETGEAR team, you can reach out to us anytime. We're here to support this industry. We have a lot of different training systems. You can go to our website to see those. It's really an absolute pleasure to be on stage on the Unilumin side and have all these interop partners that are running this entire stage over NETGEAR SMPTE 2110 switches. Really appreciate you guys hearing this and being at NAB 2024.